Fosicles. Buttons to press, you know the drill. Say hello if you're here. Right, let's pop the chat out. I like popping that chat out. There, move that across to there. Let the computer catch up. Who have we got? Who have we got? Where are you? Yeah. Oh, very little lag tonight. I like that. I like that a lot. You can tell the band the kids off the tech tonight, can't you? Right. Oh, chat is quiet tonight. Right, I see. Bryson Barrels, Jeff, this guy, Menno, Greg Green, Scribbler, Jason, Jez, Sean, Isaac, the Jedi Train Spotter, Jeff, Marcus, Anthony, Sambag, James, Tim, Sean, Gary, Raphael, Graham, James, Fran. Caught up with it. Hey, I'm editing. There's about 40 of you. There's going to be more names. Oh, I'll get myself adjusted while you catch up. People may not have clicked refresh. Right. So, hot topic. Yeah. Obviously, Dace, Isaac, Ethan, Crypto, Rob, FS, Vector, Sean, Chapter, Logan, Monolith, Daniel. It is busy tonight. Squibblet, Baptiste. Shall we keep it going? Benjamin, come on, guys. If you're there, let's get this done. Say hello in the comments. And it dies. Oh, typical. Right, okay, what's the crack? Now, you may have noticed in the comments, if you were watching before, I made a little note about this is going to be the last Sunday nighter for a while. Calm down. Be still your beating hearts. It's okay. Right. Family logistics. The Sunday nighter was a show that was was sort of just what I did on a Sunday night, you know, and it was quite informal and it got a bit regular. Then we got the studio and it moved into the studio, and the idea was we'd do proper studio sessions because of the shift work I do and, you know, how the week works. Yeah. And what it's become recently, this past month, because my shifts have changed at work and that sort of stuff, is I'm heading into the studio on Mondays now. Now, at the same time on Mondays, the kids go swimming and my mum takes them swimming. Yeah. So I don't actually see the kids till they come back from swimming and all that sort of stuff until about 8:30. And then it's bedtime at 9. Yeah. So I don't really see the kids on Monday. But I've been missing a Monday morning because if I do the studio thing, generally I'm up till too late. Yeah. And doing the studio on a Sunday, because of the way my shifts have changed, has made Sundays very much, you know, when you're like, you know, you've got an evening shift to do. So you're sort of like, you can't properly relax. It's not a Sunday off, if you know what I mean, with the kids and that sort of stuff. And so all I'm thinking about doing is actually just, right, calm the Sunday nighters down for a while. Yeah. And then I'm going to do Monday nighters in the studio. So I'm going to be back tomorrow night. Now I'm thinking kick it off about 6 or 7, depending on what's best for you guys, because I know we've got a few international guys who wait up late for like the 8-9 o'clock start. So if we start it, because I'm going to be in the studio from pretty much midday till about 11 midnight. Yeah, so there's no reason. I've got a bit of the zombie board to do that I can't do on camera. Yeah, but that's really coming on, so I'm chuffed with that. Yeah, so you know, I'll do that first, and then, you know, I'll have a nice long studio session. So about 4 to 6 hours at least. You know, so they are. So that's what's going on. Yeah, basically, I'm calming the Sunday nighters down. Yeah, just so I can have a bit more family time with the kids and that sort of stuff. There's been a lot of times when we've wanted to do things, you know, go away or not go away or go out and see, like, you know, the eldest kids. But me having to be back for the Sunday night or back to be in the studio has sort of stopped that. And it's like, whoa, you know, I'll just switch it. You guys love me in the studio. I know what you like the live shows and that sort of stuff, but we always have a better crack in the studio. Yeah, and you like the longer sessions. So I just figure that's the better way to do it. There you are. I'm just checking through the comments. Mel's going on a nationwide Gopher dance tour. Hey, we've got to figure out XSplit before we can get properly back into Gopher dancing, haven't we? Are we allowed to eat pizza on the Monday night as well? Allowed? It's insisted. But just as a point, yeah, I don't actually like pizza. Yeah, as a person, it's not. If anyone asks me, do you want a pizza? Generally, if it's a choice I can get away with, I'll go, no, I don't. Yeah. But you're welcome to eat children. But Mel, are we not your children too? Jazz. Jazz. You'll always be dear in my heart, mate. Always. But given the choice between my children and you, you're just going to burn, boy. You're just going to burn. No tear wept. Monday will now be Mel Day. Mel Day in the studio. Mel Day in the studio. Should we call it that? Shall we? Hey up, me duck. Hi, Mel in the chat. Hey up, Steve. All hail Mel. Hey, Jace is doing his thing. Mel, I heard you were going to the Beast of War hobby camp. I am. I'm off to the Emerald Isle. Yeah, Army Painter hobby camp. Yeah, and Rune Wars. Yeah, from Fantasy Flight Games. It was a surprise prezi. So she even organised it herself. You know what I mean? You can tell now, Mel, you're going to get a model railway layout. No. I'm not getting a model railway. No. Highlight of my week. Great way to start the week now. Awesome. Glad you like it. Right. Well, guys, listen, specifically thinking UK time. Yeah. I mean, I reckon the earliest I want to start it is about 6 o'clock. But I'm very much aware of family logistics, getting home from work, that sort of stuff. Yeah. I could do with it starting at 7, to be truthful. I don't want it start at 8. Yeah, 7:30 the latest. What do you guys think? Good to see you, Mel. Love these sessions. Cheers, Gary. Gary. Yeah, Gary. Oh, what did I miss? It's changed to Mondays. Oh, happy Mondays. Yes, Steve, we're going to Mondays. Basically, just for those nipping in, like I say, I'm just reclaiming Sundays for a bit of family. Yeah, to be truthful, I've had a blast this weekend. We've played Dungeon Saga with the kids. Both Corbin and Willow have had a friend sleep over. Yeah, so we've had essentially 4 kids in the house, 2 girls, 2 boys, and we've just monstered Dungeon Saga. Yeah, so much though that I bought the Infernal Crypt. I've got, yeah, here a unboxed Warlord of Gallia box. Gallia, yeah. Now the reason I have a completely sealed box, yeah, is because I was after the box set. You know how you reach out and sort of like, try and get one. Yeah. Well, yeah, I reached out to Ronnie. Yeah, and at the same time, Martin said he was going to send me some Dungeon Saga stuff down after the D-Day board. So I reached out to him, and they both sent me a box. And they both sent me the box. And I thought, no, I'm not going to open the other one because I've already got that one. Yeah, but I bought the Infernal Crypt. Yeah, last night I bought it off eBay. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I want to see if I can trade that unboxed for one of the other expansions. 7's great for me. At least I get to watch an hour before I pass out. Hey, Tim, nice one, dude. I am aware of people in other time zones, and I know me starting later helps them sometimes, and especially the Americans, the Europeans and the Middle East, and going over towards Australia and the Far East. It tends to be the earlier I start, the better it is. Yeah, well, okay, right. Well, look at doing it at 7 o'clock. Yeah. Now I've got to do something now technical. Okay, so I'm clicking buttons, so I can't see the comments. What I am doing right now, and this is the first time I've done it, is I'm setting up a live stream to be put through on XSplit. Yeah. The reason being is one of the things that I want to do tomorrow is see when we're in the studio if we can set it up so we can have, like, rather than me being just at my desk, yeah, we can have multiple cameras on the workbench while I do bigger projects, you know what I mean? And you can properly see me working the bench. Now, that's the battle plan. So I want to set it up now because I want you guys to quickly go and check, because I can't see what my channel is advertising in a weird way in the subscriptions. So when you go in your subscriptions, you see I'm coming on a live chat. I can't sort of do that. So I'm going to ask you to do it. So we will call this Melody in the Studio. #1. Okay, right, we need a description. Right, I can always edit it afterwards. Yeah. So we'll leave the description for now. Right, schedule next stream. That would be tomorrow, 6 o'clock at 7 p.m. Privacy, no. Public. Okay. Stream options. Yeah. We can do cards and everything like that afterwards. Okay, yeah. Right. So technically, I should have set up another stream. So there should be another stream. Can some of you go and check your subscriptions? Whoa, that's crazy. I've just logged into me, into my sort of live chat panel thing and just checked this chat. And according to this chat, already 10 minutes in, we've had 13 hours of concurrent viewing. So if all of you guys added that 10 minutes together, yeah, we've had 13 hours of viewing already. That's mad. Right, so 7 o'clock. Can't see anything, not seeing anything. I wonder if I have to end this stream before that one's advertised. I'm not going to end this stream right now just to test it, but we'll check on that. So if I can't get Xstream to work, yeah, then I'll just launch a normal Google chat. Yeah, but I want to see if I can set this Xstream up, because like I say, Xstream can do multiple cameras. Yeah, and so we can do the whole studio thing. So yeah. Right, that's done. So, told you about what you call it. Yeah, told you about moving the Sunday nighters to Monday nighters, because I reckon I'm looking forward to them, and I like being in the studio with you guys. Yeah, I like the Sunday nighters, you know, the chill. Yeah, but I like. Just to be clear, that doesn't mean the Sunday nighters are completely gone. You know, if I've had a good day and that sort of stuff, and I'm feeling chilled and I fancy throwing it up, I'll I'll bang it out. You know what I mean? I'll throw a link up and I'll come on for an hour. Yeah, all I'm saying is my commitment to doing Sunday nighters every week. Yeah, that's what I'm sort of dropping, guys. Yeah. In fact, I'm hoping that I'm going to be doing a lot more live stuff, to be truthful. Yeah, this zombie board commission is pretty much done. I reckon another week and I'll have it pretty much wrapped up. Yeah, and so there's not the restriction on going live when I'm working on stuff that I've had with this. Yeah, so all these little projects I want to do, I can go live with those. So there you are. This is where it says on mine, Mel Day in the Studio #1, Terrain Tutor starts February. Right, that says at 3 a.m. in the morning, 3 a.m., but I'm assuming that's his time zone. Gary Adams. Yeah, I'm assuming you're in a weird time zone. You're not in the UK. CNN subscriptions, but not on the channel. I reckon it'll come on the channel when we finish this one. That commission work is always another week, every week. It is. Yeah, to be truthful, it's been a real bitch. Yeah, not the actual commission, just life. Life generally has just been difficult. It's been a difficult January. Yeah, logistics wise. Kez has been really busy with university. Yeah, obviously she's third year now, so it's getting pretty serious. That's Corbin's homework. Yeah, and his phone. And so it's just dragged on and trying to get in and get it done. You know, I've had the guilt thing, and I'll be honest with you guys, you know, I've had a bit of a bout of depression and suffered struggling to get into the studio to get it done. Yeah, and to do channel stuff. But yeah, I'm well over that now and sort of back into the sort of role of things. But I don't want to have a massive conversation about that because we talked about that a couple of weeks ago. My time zone is the same as yours, Mel, and it says 3 a.m. Right, let's have a look. Okay. Stream now. Ba, 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 ba. Loady, loady, loady. Come on. Ah, right. Okay, my bad. I've got it set to United States Pacific time. Yeah. All changes saved. There we go. Right, that should be fixed. It was my time zone on the actual settings. That's the first time I've actually seen what setting. Normally just assumes that, you know, UK setting, but there was a little tab and it was set to the US. So that should be fixed now. Ba, 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 ba. Adrian, are you going to the hobby camp? So who's going to the hobby camp here? Because yes, like I say, yes, I am off to Beasts of War. It's a hobby camp. I'm going to be painting armies, I hope. Mal, I've been watching your tutorials for almost 3 weeks now. Is there any way I can send you the projects I've completed so you can check them out? Facebook? Thomas, join the Terrainiacs group, mate. Links down below. Yeah, we're all 7 p.m. Which hobby camp? The Beasts of War one. So Rob's going to the hobby camp. Anyone else going to the hobby camp? I think there's still tickets available. Yeah, they've opened them to front stage now, I think. In fact, Beasts of War. Hobby camp, hobby camp. Damn, there's so much on this bloody site. Where is it? 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 Yeah, there it is. Right. Army painter. Let's do a screen share. Just a second. Grab your tickets here. Are they still available? Yeah, accommodation Friday and Saturday nights, meals, full copy of Rune Wars 2 player starter set for Fantasy Flight, and 80 quid worth of army painter goodies. Yeah. There's 6 tickets left. Right, let me come back. 6. Oh, there you are. I'm working, going to smash metal with hammers as I like the noises. No camp for me. Good to do. Adrian's asking, am I going alone or with the kids? Well, I am going alone. Yeah, because it's sort of the boys' jolly. Serious question to Mel regarding Facebook groups. Can you clarify if linking people's stuff as a reply to answer questions is bad or not? Because genuinely, without links, half the replies to giving answers might as well be Google it. As they are, Mel's done a vid, or there's a blog out there. It's a struggle, yeah, because the moment I let it loose and say, yeah, just throw links in there, yeah, you will get a trend of, here's how I did it, yeah, and it just becomes a self-promotion gig again. Yeah, so my recommendation on that is very much like the post, you know, try and explain if you can, because that's the point of the group, to talk to people, not punt them off to other videos. If the point of the group was to punt them off to other videos, I'd be punting them off to my videos, because 90%, well, let's say at least 50% of what's asked in that group, yeah, I've done a video on, you know what I mean? But I sort of have the rules there to encourage conversation, yeah, because there's one thing sort of punting someone off to a group or off to a video on how they did it, yeah, but it doesn't build a community. It doesn't, you know what I mean? It doesn't bring sharing of ideas. It's look, I'll be honest with you, it's a real, I struggle with it. Okay, Mel, would you do a tour of your gaming room or studio so we can see where the master works? Well, you have to find somewhere where a master works first, but you can have a nose around my gaming space. There you go. There's sort of another cabinet over there. Yeah, there's a growling dog down there. Where is it, Oz? And then the studio, we can do that tomorrow, can't we? Conversations are overrated, Mel. I'm planning to go with family on the next boot camp. Adrian, is that this one or the one after, wherever that is? Stupid question, maybe, but tonight being super well night, have you ever done a Blood Bowl terrain, Mel? No, I've not. But I will. Yes, I have Blood Bowl. It was a present from Jace in the comments right now. Jace Green. Thank you very much, buddy. Yeah, and me and Will have been putting them together. And, you know, so I have a desire to make a Blood Bowl pitch. Now, here's the thing. I don't want to make it for me. There's two people in the chat right now I want to make it for, and I can't decide which one I want to make it for. So they're going to have to fight it out between themselves. Yeah. Now, Tim, yeah, Tim S there. He's been an amazing supporter of the channel, an absolute top guy. Yeah. And I know he loves his Blood Bowl, and I know he runs a gaming group over where he is. Yeah. And I know he wants to get Blood Bowl. So I know he would really appreciate it. And it would be a good gift for someone who trusts me, you know, an amazing supporter of the channel. Yeah. Then there's Jace. Now, Jace has not also been an amazing supporter of the channel, but also in so many other ways. You know, Jace came down to see me in the studios when we had the open day, and we sort of made a friendship ever since. But the guy's outstanding. Yeah. So there's two people. Now, I could make two Blood Bowl pitches. Yeah. But if there's some way that Blood Bowl can be played online, should we have them battle it out against each other and play each other to see who gets who gets the Blood Bowl pitch? What do you reckon? How the hell would you get it to me? Jace is way more deserving, bud. Oh no, you see, this is the other thing. Yeah, both of them are really top guys. So I know Jace is going to turn around and say exactly the same. So you're going to get that British thing where you're trying to give something. No, you have it. No, you have it. No, you have it. Do you know what? This is so much fun. I'm watching the comments. Let's see what Jace comes back with. Bowl off 2017. Oh, by the way, Tim, I'd get it too easy. I'd ship it. Yeah, you'd have to cover shipping, dude, because there's no way I could cover shipping. But if you can cover shipping from foreground, yeah, we can sort it. Play Blood Bowl PC. Can we stream that live? Could we stream their game live as they play to what you call it? Roll 20 mil. You can set up games on it. Also, genuine Mel. If you want to free up time for modeling by having someone else doing, like, go through membership or proving out bots, I'll volunteer. There's a few people, like, to be truthful, in the terrainiacs group, I am actually thinking of having a couple of moderators in there. Yeah. Facebook has changed the way. It used to be that you used to have admins. Yeah. And any admin could remove other admins. So if you made someone an admin, they could kick you out your own group. Yeah, but now you've got these moderators who can't do that but can approve and that sort of stuff. So I am moving to that, and I'm thinking there's a couple of you I'll be having a chat with. Tim, not Jace. I think Jace. Okay, Jace has come back with, I think Jace deserves it, mate, as I can play on the one you make for yourself and the kids anyway. Yeah, and then he's what you call it, he's commented, no, Tim, not Jace. So we've got both of them wanting to give it to each other. Should we have a dice off? Tim, Jace, are you up for a dice off? Listen, it may be later in the year you get it. I mean, you've seen how quickly I paint models. Yeah. Freudian slip there, Jace. Yeah, a bit of Freudian slip there, you know what I mean? Oh, should we have a dice off? What do you reckon? I think we should have a dice off. Because I think the logistics of getting these two guys to play Blood Bowl, yeah, is just going to be too much. So I think we should build tension. So yes, I am going to build a Blood Bowl pitch. One of two people in the comments after I build it will get it. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a massive grand stadium. Yeah, it will be more the lower key with a couple of functional items, that sort of stuff. Yeah. I might get carried away. It might end up as a massive stadium. We'll see. Yeah, dice off. Is now a good time to admit I don't have Blood Bowl and I've only played the PC once sporadically. Dude, you were banging on ages ago in chat that I should build it. You wanted me to build you a bloody Blood Bowl pitch. Jason's saying, go for a dice off. We'll never claim it personally. Anthony is going for the King Solomon approach. Cut it in half and I could make it modular. Yeah, it'd be like the eternal, like you know, be like a patron quest. Yeah, from the east and the west, two halves of a Blood Bowl pitch come together to make one mighty terrain piece. Or I can make like the pieces and the dugouts and, like, you know, the score towers and perhaps a dice tower, and then we could have a dice off, yeah, and decide who gets which bits. So, you know, on a lucky roll, one of them could end up with pretty much all of it, or you could end up with all of it, but missing one half of the pitch. Nope, I mentioned X-Wing. I think you're mixing me up with Westy. Where is Westy? In which case, Tim, would you like to retire from the competition? Because I do know that Jace does like his Blood Bowl. We've seen from his Freudian slip. So congrats, Jace. Tim looks like, what you call it, he's already withdrawing from it. So later in the year, Jace, well, I mean, Jace bought me Blood Bowl. I'll give Jace a Blood Bowl pitch. Yeah, first game on it, me and Jace, done live. We up for that? Thank you, Tim. Thank you, Tim. No, don't do that. You know me and ideas. So we'll do that then. Yeah. So, Jace, you've got a Blood Bowl pitch coming to you. To be truthful, yeah, it's fair dues. I mean, he brought me the game. To be truthful, yeah, Jace didn't only buy me the game. Yeah, Jace was giving me a lift to, what you call it, to Penkridge tabletop sale. And he gave me this bag and there was presents in it for Cares, for the kids. Yeah, so Mel should make a nice central German board in 6mm and then have me host a game for a fistful of toes. Those dodgy eyes, you know, with the... Oh. Mel, you should host war games, Terrain. Host war games on his... What was that comment? I missed that. Oh, no, it's doing... The chat's doing that crazy thing. Mel, you should host war games on his terrain for players on the internet from various places. Whoa, jump, various places around the world so they could play against each other. If every player had half a pitch, it'd work out perfectly. Just your own design and your own... that would be good. That actually would be good. Actually, that's Chris. That's another guy I'm building a what you call it, a Blood Bowl pitch for. That's a special pitch. Everyone's wondering now. Chris does things with like electronic recognition. You know what I mean? Yeah, so Blood Bowl, imagine Blood Bowl, but all the stuff is, you know, tracked by computer and that sort of stuff. It's clever stuff. Get together with your pals, no, play Blood Bowl, no need for both to have a pitch. Give it to Corbin instead. Give what to Corbin? Corbin gets enough. He's got loads of X-Wing stuff. Hey, you know Corbin likes... Me and Corbin have got into X-Wing. Yeah? So that's Blood Bowl pitch sorted. Yeah? Give me a few weeks to work it out of the way and I'll build you a board that you can broadcast online. Nice one, Chris. What team do you play, Mal? I don't yet, Tanya. What do you call it? Me and Wills have only just built up the models. I'm sort of finding games that I can play with the kids. So we've got Dungeon Saga as a family game. Yeah, I'm playing X-Wing with Corbin, and I'm sort of exploring perhaps Blood Bowl, maybe Rune Wars, because, you know, it's dials and it's relatively simple. Yeah, for Willow. Yeah. Mel, I want to go on the boot camp. That is the next after the Hobbit. I hope some summer days we can go to Ireland with. That's what, to be truthful, I think I'll do that as well. If I do another boot camp, I'll extend it and take the kids and everything. Hey, Garrison, is he going to be at the boot camp? Because he's over there, isn't he? TV is showing a live award show, and one of my friends is nominated for the best TV show. And here I am watching you instead. Can't decide if I'm mostly a bad friend or a giant nerd. Thing is, yeah, mate, if he cared about you that much, he'd have taken you to the show. Screw him. You hang with your buds. Tim reckons he's up to 80 ships now, and I still don't have everything I want. Dude. Any ideas for a removable gaming surface you can put on top of an ordinary table? Tutorial possibly? Terra tiles, man. Terra tiles, I love them. So anyway, X-Wing with El Corvo. Yeah? He's been getting into it. He likes his, what you call it, he likes his ships. Obviously, you know, we don't spend a massive amount. Yeah, and so he's on a budget. So I've decided he's got to earn, yeah, his ships. So I'm setting him math questions. Welcome to the Rebel Alliance Combat Flight School Combat Tactical Analysis course. Oh yes, I did it. Yeah, seriously. Yeah, basically, if he completes this module, yeah, which is what you call it. Talking about the probabilities of attack dice. Yeah, he will get an A-wing fighter. Yeah, it's already been ordered from my mate up at War Games. Yeah, the final question. Yeah, at range 2, with either focus, boost, or target lock, how many successful turns for 5 successful attacks? Yeah. And if he can complete the course, he gets his A-wing, and then he'll start defensive dice. Hey Mel, are you going to join us for the Friday night dodgy kebab at the boot camp? Sounds like a plan to me. I love a dodgy kebab. I find your lack of long multiplication disturbing. It's probability, so it's fractions. I think what you call it, it's what 3 in 8 chance of a hit, 1 in chance 8 of a critical, 1 in 8 chance of a focus, and 3 in 8 chance of a miss. Yeah, but obviously then you've got to factor in the watch for the actions. Then you've got to factor in multiple dice and re-rolls. Ewan, cheers, bud. He's saying cool teaching materials. Cryptid idiot is saying that's a brilliant idea. No, Imperial Mal, we have TIE bombers. I know, I have a TIE bomber. It's up in Corbin's room. I've got a couple of TIE fighters because we've got the first starter set, and then we were looking at some more dice, and I just thought, well, we need a couple extra ships because we've only really got the first starter set. Yeah. Well, actually, we didn't have just the first starter set. When we went to Penkridge with Jace, yeah, we both splurged with all our sort of pocket money, and he bought the Millennium Falcon. So we had one X-Wing and the Millennium Falcon. Yeah, and I bought a TIE bomber. Yeah, but we realised we need more TIE fighters and X-Wings. And so we were looking at perhaps getting one of those each and some more dice. So we didn't have to, like, you know, re-roll the dice we'd already re-rolled because we just got the 3 of each you get in the starter set. So we bought another starter set. Yeah, so is there a chance you'll be getting some X-Wing terrain tutorials like asteroids and space maps? Yes. I can say that with definitely because I bought a 3x3 board. Yeah, I've spent probably about 4 days watching YouTube spray art and airbrushing videos on making planet scenes and that sort of stuff. I'm going to give it a massive go. We're going to make our own board. We're going to make asteroids and all that sort of stuff. Jace is asking, is anyone here going to Robin next Saturday in Nottingham Land in the Lead Belt? I'm going with Jace. I think terra tiles are expensive compared to building a board. Depends if you've got access to the materials, mate. If you've got access to the materials, then yeah, i.e. you're already making terrain, yeah, then you're probably right. If you haven't and you're looking to buy everything new from everything from brushes and all that sort of stuff, yeah, terra tiles probably is actually a cheaper option if you're just looking to make a board and you're not looking to continue making terrain, because remember, after you've bought all your stuff, you're going to have stuff left over. So I think it's 50-50, dude. Lava rocks, yeah, lava rocks. We'll do lava rocks. We'll do polystyrene sprayed. We'll do what you call it, clump foam and that sort of stuff. There's loads of ways of making asteroids, guys. Should have gone 4x4 Mel. 3x3 gets a bit tight for anything over 150 points. But I realised that the biggest game we've played so far is sort of 70 points. But we went for a 3x3 table specifically because that's the width of Corbin's bed. Yeah. And so it's also just under the height of what you call it, Corbin's headboard. So the board can slide behind his bed, yeah, and we can take it out, lay it on his bed, and literally play on it in his bedroom. I didn't want X-Wing to be a game we had to go to the studio, and I didn't want it. I want, because it's mine and Corbin's game, I wanted a game where we go in. I went into his space to play it, rather than pulling him into a family space or a workspace. Also, all the ships and everything are in Corbin's room. Yeah, he's got like a not a chest of drawers, like a little display cabinet, but you know, it's got like just 2 shelves and the rest are open shelves for all his DVDs and all that sort of stuff. So I'm sort of giving him his gaming space. So that's why we went for a 3x3. It's about fitting in his room. Tell me about it. After making a 1 meter by 1 meter board for Halo Ground Command, cost me about £150 after buying all the materials, flocks, paints, tools, etc. Exactly. You know, there is this scale that you've got to sort of appreciate. You know what I mean? That's why it's quite often why you guys, when I do my tutorials, I do my tutorials using things like PVA and filler. Yeah, I avoid using specialist materials because I don't want to give the impression, yeah, that you need to buy specialist materials to do terrain. You know, it's like you can get a tube of this from £1 from the pound shop for filler, you know, filler in a tube. That will do you for this amount of projects. It's that sort of mentality. Otherwise, you end up spending a bloody fortune. Admin. Have you thought about doing Lord of the Rings terrain? I'd love to do Lord of the Rings terrain. I do like Lord of the Rings terrain, but that comes up quite often. Yeah, the spray foam video was super helpful. I would still be covered in plaster right now if it was not for that video. Do you want to see spray foam, do you? Give me a second. Lover, bring me your spray foam creation. If you think I've been going mad for spray foam, wait till you see this. Helm's Deep, yeah, Helm's Deep. I like Helm's Deep. Is Brian going to the boot camp as well? She doesn't want to go on camera, so it's been slid across the floor too. It's a work in progress, isn't it, darling?
Yeah.
What's it going to be, Doc?
It's going to be like an old tree stump.
An old tree stump? What for?
Willow's bedroom, a stool.
A stool. There you go.
And the kids are
You
going to
nearly adopted the foam. I was born into it. Loaded by it. There you go.
Thank you.
Deploy the creation. Close encounters. My brother's window fitting. He had a can explode in his face, glued his eyes closed. Ooh, nasty. Yeah, you have to be careful with this bloody stuff. It ain't nice. Can't help but think of the elephant's foot at Chernobyl when looking at that. It's a work in progress, Bleatron. How dare you say that about Kerry's creation?
Wait, it's going to be brilliant when it's finished.
You tell Bleatron.
It's going to be brilliant when it's finished, Bleatron. Shush.
They are, Bleatron. You've been told by Kerry, mate. Welcome to my marriage. She could kill me. Oh, thank you for the brew, baby. Thank you. Oh, that's good. That's better. So yes, what do you call it? Completely off topic. Completely off topic. I have no idea. Yeah, Robin. We've got Robin coming up in Sunday. Yeah. I've got the boot camp coming up. I'm really looking forward to that. Dave, I've seen your update, the paints. Yeah, that's wicked work, mate. Dave's been working on like a Gothic church, a ruined Gothic church. Yeah, he's been showing it off on the terrainiacs group. Links are down below, guys. Yeah. What do you call it? And he's posted some pictures earlier. It's bloody epic. It's really nice. I was like, oh, sod off. I don't even know why I've been told to be. Mate, welcome to my life. Get used to it. Ken just gave live roasting. Awesome. Kez. Oh, yeah. Kez just gave a live roasting. Yeah. Listen, this is how it rolls. You know what I mean? Mel, can you do orc scenery? I can. Oh, are you asking me? What do you call it? Cork Taylor asks, Mel, do you use flat cork bark or round cork bark for your hills? I use flats. Yeah. The difference is when you're ordering cork bark online, yeah, and you typically order it from pet shops and places like that. Where do I order mine from? Give me 2 seconds. Stores. Net. Bloody hell. I've got about 400 stores. Panel Systems, Supermars, Pro Rep Natural. Yeah. Netpetshop.co.uk. Yeah. Pro Rep Natural cork bark. Bulk bag, 5 kilograms. Yeah. Now that's where I normally get mine from. But you can order them in either flats or rounds. Okay. Now, the flats are big sheets. They're about that big, that wide, and about that thick. Yeah. The rounds are very much literally tubes of it, and they're about that big. And basically, it's the difference from taking it from the flats come from the main trunk, so where they cut it all the way round and they take off what you call the sections. Yeah. Or if they cut branches, they get the rounds, yeah, which are the tubes. So quite often when you look into, like, you know, vivs and lizard things and aquariums, you know what I mean, pet glass things, yeah, the stuff Lizard Landscapes does, he does good stuff, yeah. What do you call it? You often see the rounds, but I suggest you buy flats, mate. Tried to bevel my foam board with a knife and it was terrible. Am I missing something? Depends how sharp your knife is, mate. You can use a jig. Are you still going to make bridges, Mel? I'm trying all the time, Chris. Where can I buy the games? Which games? We saw her in the mirror. Did you really? Question, paints. Does interior paint you get from hardware work for, oh, yeah, Merv. Yeah? Yeah, mate. Yeah, that's what we use. Buy tester pots, unless you're building big projects. No worries, mate. Saw you had a couple of... You would ask a couple... All right, nice one. Yeah. Tim was asking for George. I didn't see George's question. But yes, George, go for flats, mate. Yeah, you will need a, what you call it, you will need a power saw to cut through them. Yeah, or, you know, get ready to do a bit of graft with a handsaw, because you'll have to cut the sheets down. I typically cut mine like 2-3 inches. I want to make the shit from Prometheus, but don't know whether to use foam or PVA glue structure for the tunnels and walls. Best advice? I'd use foam, mate. No worries, George. No worries, Merv. Mel, what's the best way to quickly paint up terrain made from multi-cell foam board? Multi-cell foam board? What do you mean multi-cell foam board? Are you talking about normal foam board, or is this something different I don't know about? Oh, Graham's popped in. Graham Collin, I prefer flats. My ankles can't handle heels anymore. Oh, dude, I feel for you. 6 HP chainsaw? Yes, Diggy, that would work. If I want to use the expanded foam can, should I use a full can in one sitting, or is it possible to use? No, you've got one go at it, mate. Lay your sheets out. Just go for it. Okay? Get it done. Yeah, you'll end up with all various doughs, and what you don't use, put in storage. I like packaged polystyrene. Oh yeah, you can paint that up with standard house paints, mate. If you're doing it like rocks, if you go to my hills playlist, I'm pretty damn sure I made a hill out of that stuff. So there'll be a tutorial in there. The bobbly white stuff. Yeah, there'll be a tutorial in the what you call it, in the playlist. Night, Adrian. Anyone know the best way of making a pile of filled body bags for a piece of scattered terrain? I would probably recommend, what you call it, make human-shaped blobs and then wrap them in some sort of bin bag, because you can make bin bags out of bin bags. So I could imagine with a careful bit of cutting, yeah, you could get away with making body bags. I mean, that's what they are. They're essentially a black sheet with a zip all the way around, aren't they? They're not actually bags, they're sheets. You know, you lay the sheet out, you lift, you put onto the sheet, you fold it over, you zip it round, tag and bag. Or is that, or do civvies use different ones? John Card, wow, I've debated for a while, I've been sketching, researching films. You're talking Prometheus. Garrison was up teaching Lloyd and Justin Saga today, maybe tomorrow. Yeah, I did see that they've been playing Saga. I must admit, I do like Saga. I like my Normans. I'm really trying to get back into gaming. Yeah, last year, although it was really good for the channel, yeah, it was crap for me gaming. I just didn't get games in. Yeah, and so this year, you know, Friday night I headed up to Stafford and Stonewall Gamers. Yeah, played Shadow of Brimstone with Prezapoo from Dark Ops. And me and Corbin went up. I had a blast. This weekend we've been playing Dungeon Saga. Yeah, I'm probably going to end up doing a bit of painting tonight, to be truthful, because I've got a bit of bug for it. Yeah, there was one unpainted model. Yeah, they're not finished, but they've all got base coats on. Yeah, so that at least they're coloured. Yeah, but there was one grey one on the Dungeon Saga table, and it did my head in. Yeah, so really trying to get myself back into gaming. You know what I did? No, I need some advice on painting. It's pretty cold and damp at the moment. Any advice on how I could still paint bot action gear and not have it ruined by the cold or the damp? You just got to warm it up until it dries, dude. Yeah, that's all I can suggest. A decent desk lamp that knocks out a bit of heat, you know, and just keep your models under the desk lamp, because you've got to remember, once it's actually dry, it's pretty impervious to the cold and damp. The cold and damp only sort of slows it drying. Yeah, so if you have a little desk lamp, yeah, and I mean not a halogen one that actually knocks out a bit of heat, you know, the old yellow light, just keep your models under there. I mean, the biggest issue with cold and damp is the moisture in the air for things like sealing. Yeah, so you need to swap from like spray varnish and make sure you use brush on varnish. See you later, Adrian. Not for tarmac. Am I better using textured paint on a plain base, or build up curves and pour thicker textured glue? Sandpaper, mate. Looks great. I should do some painting. Got some Doom board game and those Codemons ain't gonna. I know. Do some bat raps for your games for your channel. I'm not really a bat reppy sort of person. That being said, when we get into the studio and I've got an over, you know, I don't tend to do bat reps with the kids, yeah, because I'll be honest with you. I could video them, yeah, but I don't want gaming with my kids to be about videoing them. I certainly couldn't do them live, because although my kids are good kids, they're still siblings, you know what I mean? And that's not something I want going out on YouTube. Yeah. No worries, Tim. Silicon making molds, as in the stuff you get in tubes. Yeah, you can, or you can get RTV silicon, yeah, which you mix and pour. It depends which sort of way you want to go. Wasn't cheers to do around with kids to do it. I appear to have caught up with my comments. Huzzah! No, I'd like to say, been doing a lot of gaming recently. really trying to get back into the bug. One of the things that I'm trying to do, I tried to set up a bit of a gaming session at the studios, but because it was between a couple of mates, it was very much, you know, getting it rolling and making it regular. So I've sort of tried to commit to going to outside groups, and not just that, for the old, you know, for the old mental health sort of thing, you know, getting myself out regularly and seeing people. This is coming off the back of sort of like early mid-January, and you know what we talked about earlier. You know, it's like, no, you need to make commitments to go out. So me and Corbin have sort of made this commitment, because the Stafford Gaming Club is every 2 weeks. Yeah, so we've made this commitment and joined a campaign playing Shadow of Brimstone, which is sort of like a Wild West hero quest in mines, yeah, that have warp rifts in them. So they have aliens and like ghosts and robots and stuff in them. It's great. What's that? Mel Day 1. That's the live show. What's called tomorrow from the studio. Now, where can I get sheets of sandpaper big enough to make a car park? Right, Tim, what you've got to do is you've got to section your car park down into sections. Yeah, then use foam board to overlay the gaps. Yeah, you can also, yeah, with sandpaper, remember it's sandpaper. Where your seams are, where you put it together, you can use very fine sand, okay, and a little bit of PVA mixed up, and you can brush it into the seam and blend the seams, mate. Or you can spray white over them. You know what I mean? My chat is jumping all over the place. As you're a Blood Bowl fan, are you going to watch the Super Bowl at 11? No. Not enough violence in it. You see him on the up at the moment. It's kind of cool. I am, mate. I am, to be truthful. I'll be honest with you, you know, January was a rough month. Yeah, I think you've all picked up on that vibe, you know, and the stress of that commission, all the life sort of stuff. But I sort of got out of that, yeah, and I've got energy back again. You know what I mean? I'm feeling it, and it's like I'm looking forward to doing the live session. I'm getting games in. You know, I've played with the kids, and I mean, for me, yeah, I've gamed Friday night, Saturday, Sunday. You know what I mean? So I've really had a good weekend. And now also this commission is getting close to being finished. And that is very much my last commercial commitment. Yeah. I've got to finish off the art book, but me and Paul are really good friends, and there's no pressure on that. And that's just one day, put a bit of flock on it, you know, and have a laugh with him like we usually do. Yeah, he'll probably come down and stay at the house again, you know, because Paul comes down, we drop the board off because he sort of uses it in between me building it. Yeah, he drops the board off at the studio. We spend a day on it. He comes, crashes here, you know, we have an evening, and then we go back the next day and try and finish it off a bit more. Yeah, Paul's a cracking great guy. I don't know if he's watching the show. It's normally Parrot if he is. Yeah, but I've got to finish that. But that's not like a commercial commitment. Yeah. Yeah, this one is a commercial commitment, and I've got to get it done because the date of the Kickstart has been done, but it's almost done, so I'm feeling great. Yeah, no shortage of sand. Tim, how do you compare Brimstone with games like Mansions of Madness or Mice and Mystics? I can't comment, mate, unfortunately, because I've only played Brimstone. I've not played Mansions of Madness or Mice and Mystics. Brimstone has a lot of counters, a lot of stuff going on in it, but it's a fun game. Corbin was able to pick it up within a couple of turns, so it's obviously simple enough for him to pick up. So I like it, but I can't comment in comparison to those games, unfortunately. I will second asking for 6mm terrain tutorials, please. We will have to see what we do. Do you know what? You lot asked for so many different things. That's one of the things I'm actually looking forward about finishing this commission off. Yeah, because then when I go into the studio, what I often look at is, right, what have I got to do tutorial wise? You know, one, to get tutorials to keep the channel going, yeah, while this commission is going on. Yeah. And so I'm looking like, right, do let's plays or simple other vids. Yeah. And then I've got this commission, you know. Once the commission's gone, it'll be like walking on a Monday. What shall I do this week? 6 mil. Bang. It's going to be good, guys. To be truthful, explode with content, definitely, because I'll be able to do so much more. Ever done steampunk sort of stuff? No, I haven't, mate, to be perfectly honest. I've never played any steampunky games. 107 watching. Very nice. Mel, nephew's just turned 10 and it's about time to get him into the hobby. Any recommendations on where to start? To be truthful, I would say a board game or X-Wing or something like that. Don't go the full miniatures route. I tried doing bolt action with Corbin, and the sheer amount of rules and the sheer amount of models and the work and the investment in time to get fun out of it, yeah, was too much for young kids. Corbin's hooked on X-Wing because the models come out of the box painted, we play. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think board games and stuff like that, you can play with unpainted models and then paint them up and expand. So I think that's the way to go with young children. How would you go about painting snow and glaciers? Glaciers you need to do with a little bit of a blue tinge in with them. Yeah, then dry brush over with white. Painting snow, I wouldn't recommend painting snow. Mix snow flock in with white acrylic filler and a little bit of PVA and apply it like that. If you do 6 mil too small, how about some 15 mil stuff? We'll do all mils. We'll do 6 mil, 15 mil. We'll do 28 mil. Come on. There's only one of me. Walking Dead, X-Wing is a good one. If you want to try them with the painting, yeah. You know, a sort of a verging on a war game, board game I'd look at. Yeah, because like you say, it comes out of the box as a board game, they can play it, but they can also paint it. And once it's painted, you can invest in a few more models and step it up to a war game, because by the time you're doing that, they'll already have the mechanics and the game rules set in the head. So the extra little bits to make it a war game, they'll be able to take on board. Zombicide Black Plague, yeah. I've not played what you call it, Black Plague, but I've played Zombicide and it is a good game. Steampunk is a Victorian mix of industrial revolution, isn't it? Yeah, it's a bit like Victorian and sci-fi. How the Victorians imagined sci-fi was going to be. So, you know, they had spaceships, but obviously Victorians thought they'd be powered by steam somehow. Wolfsong, not what you call it. I've seen it on Beasts of War, but not Grab Me, Jace. 28 mil is just the best. Yeah. I like 28 mil. Would basing it light green and then add snow flock and such give a better result? No, because glaciers aren't light grey, mate. Yeah. There's snow on top of frozen ice. Yeah, I know it seems crazy saying, oh God, I'm going to be doing so much white. Yeah. Trust me, start with a really light blue. Yeah. Dry brush up from there. Your glaciers will actually be more bluey than white. Yeah, it'll be more, think frozen ice with frosty bits. Yeah, and then your snow will be at the top and only sit on the top of it. You know what I mean? So don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, man. Just go with it. If you're really concerned, yeah, do a little test piece. It only has to be about, you know, 2 inches by about 4 inches or something like that. Just give it a bit of a paint up one evening before you do your whole lot. Make sure you're happy with how it looks. Jay's saying if you want value for money on wargaming board, go for Warlords Project C, Fab Game and Dirt Cheap. 30 quid plus extra free minis to mini box at the minute. Okay. Mel, just side question. Do you know if you can cast with expanding foam? Theoretically, yes. Yeah, there was a lot of discussion about it under the video, and a lot of people asking perhaps using sand molds, you know, to cutting the, you know, there's a lot of, and theoretically, yes. I just don't know how. Well, Garrison said, agreed. If you're just basing minis, snow flock covers really well. If you're doing normal basing, then flock over the top, Merv. Yeah. Thanks for all the answers. No worries, buddy. That's what we're here for. Casting foam into a mold leaves a lot of voids. Do you mean voids within the actual hill if we were casting a hill, or do you mean it doesn't push into all the areas, mate? What do you mean by that, dude? Expand our knowledge, Phil. You sound like you know stuff. What's the best sort of phone to use them? Where's the best place to go to get loads? Is it worth investing in a foam cutter? Depends on what you're doing, Joe. Yeah, how many hills do you want to make, man? That's the question. Expanding foam for casting is a liquid, and you slush it around inside, and then you let it expand as the chemicals react. I've got some of that in the actually in the kitchen. Chris bought it for me a while ago. Yeah, and it is expanding foam, but it's the one you mix as a liquid. It's got a catalyst and the actual base foam. Yeah, but I haven't played with it yet. Voids, as in pockets of air against the side molds. You'll see small side holes though you could fill them in afterwards. Well, that would make sense. Yeah, because I mean, GW used to make expanding foam hills and stuff, and they had voids as well. They were only tiny ones. Yeah, but Nin Win's comment about slushing it round, yeah, that would make sense as well. You want to cast something in foam or use foam molds? Good question. A very good question. I'm sitting here staring at a screen. How long we've been? Been an hour. Oh. I thought we called it Mel's Deep. We did. We're calling it Mel's Deep. I've used that kind of foam for special effects. If it's the one we use, it spews out some nasty fumes. Thanks for the information, Jez. Do you know what, guys? I am going to call it. Yeah, because I'm going to go and sit with my wife and spend the rest of the Sunday evening chilling. To be clear, yeah, I'm not going to be back on the Sunday night for a while. I might pop back if I'm at home and that sort of stuff. You will know if I appear in your feeds. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. Yeah. In the meantime, yeah, we're back tomorrow night. Yeah. For Mel Day in the studio. Yeah. Wait, Mel, one question. All right, Rob, go on. Magnets and foam board. What about it? What about it? Come on. Don't tease me, dude. Collapsible terrain. Theoretically, yeah, but I'd probably recommend going with EPVC than foam board. It'll be easier to drill the holes into, yeah, to mount the, what you call it, the neodymium magnets. Grandpa only manages an hour these days. It's been a long weekend, Diggy. Stop picking on me, man. I'm back tomorrow with a nice long session, 4 to 6 hours for you guys in the studio. So I will see you. Yeah, not that Diggy. He's not welcome. We're not letting Diggy in. Call me Grand. I am a grandpa. My bladder lasts longer than that, dude. Listen, guys, listen, you have a great one. I will see you tomorrow, and it's going to be awesome. All the best, yeah? Ta-da. Stop broadcast. Right, where's the button?